Hi guys, so I'm coming to you live from my bed. I loved it. I don't know why I shouted it. I did shout that there. It's just excitement. So yes, I'm going to do the live Rumi message. I have no idea how long I'm going to be here, so I'm not even going to hazard a guess. Don't want to be here for hours and hours. I've got a stopwatch on to see how long. I recorded another one that was exactly an hour earlier, and oh, thank you. That was quick. Hello, bird. So I really like them too. It was quite funny when I painted them. Josie was like, "Oh, that's the same colour as the pen I just used to colour in the flower." Oh, so it is matchy matchy. That appealed to her first house in Virgo and my sixth house Virgo. So yes, actually talking of Virgo, Mercury planet communication has just went into Virgo. By the way, if you happen to see a wee flash in my midriff, I've got a sports bra on, so I'm just saying. So if I do bend down, my boobs are going to look like a bit of a bum here, but you know, that's fine. We're just working with it, right? It is hot. I will try to just stay here and not bend over. But I'm just thinking it's better than you think, and I'm just a bit too, TMI. I have got clothes on, right? So, oh, but there's going to be something in that naked. Yes. Now I'm hearing. Oh, why, James Arthur? Are you a twin flame? Are you? Because you gate crash all of my channelings. Seriously, all of them. All of them. I do feel James Arthur and Emily Sandy are twin flames. I don't know about together, but just because of what they say. I haven't actually need to get some Emily Sandy songs on my Spotify, actually. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, no, that song James Arthur Naked just sprang to mind actually. And again, it's funny, isn't it? Because it's not it's the man like, come on, fucking hell, show me your feelings. But that's very much the vibe here, okay? Because I normally like to shuffle on. Okay, let's get that. That's not good feelings. Let's get the Virgin remote out the way. I normally like to shuffle on camera, but I saw clairvoyantly last night. It was very, very relaxed and sleepy. I just had the most amazing massage, energy healing, and was transported to heaven. Just saying. So if there does happen to be anybody that lurks on here, because again, I don't really get too many people, maybe now and again, people that are local chatting, but most of the time it is people that, they're going to be lurking that are friends of mine or however you found me. Just, get in touch with me to book something if you want to book with me. But if you're wanting a physical hands-on massage, one of my best pals is like shit hot. Basically, yeah, absolutely amazing. I went on about another video though, but it is really important on the twin flame journey because a lot of the time, I definitely needed it, but I was almost like, I was dragging myself before to get this. Like I wouldn't say I had no energy, and I have been, doing a lot. But the thing is, that's important for you all to know, whether you're a hashtag oldie or a newbie. I have many days off. Like I do all my work on a Tuesday, and I do. Basically, I do quite a lot of work, like not from the minute I get up, because I have a long morning off, and then I work from lunchtime to not even that late at night, depending on what I'm doing. Just now, I suppose it is maybe 10 or something I might finish, and then I work on a Friday. And it's only if people book Zooms that I'll fit them in on like the Thursday usually now, but right now, and it used to be a Thursday off and a Wednesday. Anyway, the point is, I have at least, my weekend, and I have like a Monday and a Wednesday off, and sometimes even the Thursday, because I cram so much in to the other days and with my groups and everything. And again, that is the beauty of what you get to do in the new year. If I get paid to play, I love what I do, and I can make up my own schedule. So somebody needed to sort of hear that. But the thing is, because I'm doing these daily lives, it does take more energy, blah, blah, blah. But it just felt like I was, I needed to just collapse. So I was looking after my niece too, but she's good as gold, well, for me anyway. And anyway, when she left, so this will all have something to do with it, so I'm just vibing with it. When I got to my friend, I just like lay on that table and I was like, listen, I'm going to fall asleep. And I don't fall asleep unless I really trust someone. Like I'm basically always awake, and more senses and more senses than the word means. Like I'm awake, very awake spiritually, and really came out the womb like that, and it just never stops for me either. It's heightened, and that's why I'm a catalyst for a lot of people to wake up on their journey. especially twin flames, because a lot of the twin flames that watch this, you didn't even know what a twin flame was until I told you. Not everyone, but a lot of people. Never mind not knowing who your twin flame was, just not knowing what it was, full stop. But it's the fact that, like, I really did feel a huge shift going on for me, and wherever it is, my twin flame would need something lifted from him. I felt like, basically I felt it, and it's hard to describe all that. So it's just really stressing that, trust it. When you're guided to go and get any type of healing, whether it's the kind of healing that I do, or whether it's some kind of like physical sort of touch thing as well, because that's very grounding, then definitely go and do it, because I just, oh my God, I don't get that tired very often. And I just came back and I thought, like, you know, I mean, I'm not doing that Rumi message, like that can fucking wait. And like I say, I'm glad I did, because then I done it today before this, and well, you'll see, it was crazy. I clairvoyantly saw another one of my best pals that I've done work with in the past, and she called me right as I mentioned, and I don't mention people's names, but she literally phoned me. I had no idea. What do you mean? What bit? Oh right, yeah, I see what you mean about what I just said. So there's backup. Yeah, she literally called me as I mentioned that particular friend, and then I've now spoke to her, and literally the theme. So remember, this isn't just specific to me, because there was lots of synchronicities about my own journey, which are going to be relevant, and I'll do it again in this probably, definitely. And then so catch that one when I publish it, because I think it's uploaded now, and I'll publish it after. Sorry, this is all coming in really quick, but sorry, not sorry. But yeah, when I spoke to my friend, basically the gist was, I'd mentioned something about sometimes all it takes is for me to have one nice conversation with someone, which is more than a conversation, because like I said, I'm always clearing energy. I might be sitting looking like I'm doing nothing, or just reading cards, or just talking to people. I'm always clearing energy, and that's why people can often feel like shit and they leave watching the live or the replay feeling better. Now, everybody that's around here all the time knows this, but just other people that don't quite get this, I need to explain that. But long story short, so I won't tell you everything that my friend said, but it was linked to what I'd said about all it took was for me to listen about what she really wanted to do, and she's now doing that, and she's got so much more to give. And then it was connected to that you know, showing more of herself. So I was like, that's fucking crazy. So it's, you know, there's no such thing as a coincidence, and this all happens for a reason. And so, as much as I like to shuffle on camera, I was tempted to look, you know, shuffle cards. I was like, right, what's this going to be about, you know, this live, because I'm coming on later at 8 o'clock UK time tonight, if you're watching this in real time, on the Thursday, the 4th, isn't it? The 4th of August. I'll be on to do therapy Thursday tonight, so we'll just go with the flow and see what comes up. If you want to, sorry, I just need to get all this out. If you want to be on the list to get a message with some healing, because every message I deliver is healing, then donate, and then you can be on the list to, I'll put that there, you can be on the list to get a message when I come on, and I'll either just start with them when I come live later, or I'll do them at some point on the live, so you can catch them live if you're on the live, or if you've got time to hang around for the whole thing, or you can catch it on the replay. Right, now, before I forget, as well as that, the Lionsgate portal is the 8th, which is Monday. And like I very much suspected, I was going to be doing my psychic school, my Activate a Week and Amplify Your Clairs every Monday, but I knew that wasn't going to happen. So that will come later on in the September or later on, but I might even do it at Christmas, but I think probably September. But I'll go in the moment, because in these energies I've got to go within the flow basically, but really everybody should. But basically, it's got to go with what feels the best and the most fun. And what I need to do is have a break very soon, which I've planned. So, but I am doing a Zoom on Monday. I'm just feeling into whether I'm going to start at 8 o'clock UK time or 9 o'clock UK time. I'm actually feeling at 9 o'clock UK time may be a bit better for those of you elsewhere on the planet. But answers on a postcard, it'd be very helpful if you're live right now. Or on the replay, if you want to let me know, and I'll just see who says the most, who votes the most, and we'll go with who gets the most votes. If I don't really get many people saying either way, I think I'm leaning towards 9 o'clock UK time. It's going to be at least a couple hours, right? Because these things are a once in a lifetime, they're telling me. It's a once a year thing that I do. It's always a very, very high energy, exciting time when I do any kind of channeled any kind of channel Zoom anytime, but definitely on the Lionsgate portal, high energy, exciting energies. Obviously, this is going to have a theme around twin flame unions. It was on the one that I done 2 years ago, where somebody's twin flame literally came to the door. And I said before, full disclosure, they were twins that, you know, had contact, but they hadn't spoke for like 3 weeks or whatever. So she was like, that was connected. But in these times, you know, like I say, anything really is possible. So I've said everything I need to say. So if you want to do the Zoom, I've already had somebody tell me that they definitely want to come. And I think they told a friend. So, you know, just look on I'll tell you when it's on the schedule. I'm literally going to update that before I go to do, before I just go and chill out after this. Because like I say, today's a day off, but I want to do this and then I'm just going to rest. I'm going to watch the rest of the Love Island final because I still haven't watched. I need to catch up on the episodes and I'm going to watch the final. And then, which feels kind of connected as well, by the way, because the Love Island final was Monday and it's Thursday here. And so it feels quite connected that I'm watching like whoever's going to win that, you know what I mean? It's like some kind of happy build up to, yeah, like, do you know what I mean? It's like it's not a union or a reunion, but it feels connected when I'm thinking about that. But it's like excitement, you know what I mean? And the not knowing, because other people actually know who won that was watching, but I don't, because I hadn't seen it yet. So there's something in that about this not knowing again and this excitement and this you just having to wait and see. Right, I've said everything now. So if you want to, you think 8 p.m, right? Okay. So anyone that is interested in that, you've just put something in the mix. Anybody that is wanting to do that, like, let me know, and it'll be on the schedule. And we'd love to have you. Like, say, anybody that has done any kind of Zoom or a Lionsgate portal one specifically before, please do share on the live or the replay if you're not shy, because magical things have happened. I can't even bloody remember, to be honest. I'll try and find one specific, but there was big shifts in people's money, magical things happening. Yeah, and again, I don't know exactly what's going to happen because I channel the healing activation in the moment, but all I know is because I'm way more empowered, it's going to be even better, because I said this in the last video, like I'm just getting stronger and stronger and stronger, more empowered, not holding back my light, shining bright, not giving a fuck who tries to pull me down. Like, they're always going to be trying and I'm always going to be pushing through it and shining brighter, because the more I shine bright, the more you can all shine bright, and we're all here to do that. We're a family light. Love the way that came through, Spirit. Right. So brings me on to the excitement of these cards. Perfect timing. I told the story on the other one that you can watch after, but the story behind this card is my niece, before she left, was running about with a card and I couldn't see what it was. And I was like, oh, what's that? And I thought, this is going to be weird, isn't it? She showed me the card and it said this: perfect timing. Now is the perfect moment for you to act on your inspirations. The doors are open while you walk through them with us by your side. Don't delay or procrastinate. That's Virgo energy. We're in Mercury, planet communication is in Mercury. Mercury is in Virgo now. It just went into it. So, you know, that is about procrastination. You know, I've got to be perfect before I take action. I channeled about this in the last video, actually. Or it could really appeal to people that like planning, routine, having everything in place before you take action. So, you know, but that is basically, it's very healing too. Virgo is health and healing and well-being. So it's all things around. You're going to hear me talking a lot about healing and well-being. I talk about that all the time anyway. But anyway, the point is, don't delay or procrastinate. Fuck it, let's go. All of us, all of the ingredients are right for your success. Everything and everyone is on your side, supporting your positive outcome. I cannot tell you how freaky the timing was of my little niece just choosing to pick up this and run around with it, right? And I was like, all right. And she'd also done a lot of other weird stuff. Like, yeah, just she'd done a lot of other weird stuff that I spoke about in another video. So you'll just need to watch that if you're connecting with that message, because it might be for you. The specific bits won't be for everyone, but you'll see what I mean. Right, so thank you for my little niece for delivering the divine messages. Right, so communication and humility. I think this really speaks loudly with the perfect timing. There's communication coming in with a humbleness around it. You know, someone coming forward with communication and they've been humbled by life. So this does sound very, very twin flamey, and I would think so because this is a twin flame channel. Right, so I'm going to read B and I'm going to read Ren, humility. So I'm going to read B first, and then I'm going to pull the Rumi, and then I'm going to pull a fairy oracle, because this is the deck that when I've had readings over the past few years, oh, there's blank ones. I'll just leave that in. I always get this card, the Singer of Initiation, and it is quite interesting, isn't it? That, I mean, I've always sang to my privately, but I sing when it comes into the channelings. But it seems to be every single fucking. I mean, the thing is, I think I did do it every single time, but not like a full ass song. You know what I mean? I'm not a singer, so I said full ass. That's hilarious. But it really is what I'm here to do, because the healing comes through my voice. Yeah, it's like it's just another way of healing people. Anyway, right. So let me read the comments and then I'll carry on. So. Right. So, right, only because, right enough. Yeah, right enough. Maybe that's why I got 8 first. And then I think I was just overthinking it, doing 9, trying to accommodate. I think you're right. Maybe we should just go with 8. Because then if it is like 3 hours, 8, 9, 10, you know what I mean? Then it's like, because it's a bit long if I start at 9 and then I'm finishing at midnight for people. Okay, fuck it. It's 8 o'clock UK time. Thanks for that, bird. Right. So 8 o'clock on the 8th of the 8th. I'm pretty sure I received an avalanche of money last year and paid off a shitload of debt. Yes, that is what I was thinking. It wasn't just you, though. There was other people. So again, it's like, I'm not just talking shit here. Like, big shit happened for people. Right. So communication. Thank you for sharing that as well. Communication, community, work, abundance, fertility, prosperity. Oh, God. Anyway, like I said, it's fine. It's God. Anyway. Oh shit, that's why I was going to put it up here. Oh, bastard, I just took it off the thing. Right, wait a minute, sorry. I just need to sort of check. It's just for boob watch, do you know what I mean? I mean, some people really would just have them hanging out there for everyone to see. They wouldn't care, do you know what I mean? They have people, but that's what I mean. That, by the way, I'm saying that for a reason, because it's kind of like, oh shit. Oh no. Fuck. Oh shit, that's why I was good. I can't. Wait a minute, I need to just. No, I can't do that either. This is annoying. Wait a minute. I don't know if it'll end it. I need to put the laptop down so that I can just, there we go. Right. I don't know what that's going to look like. So sorry, just hang on a minute. It's okay. Everybody stay calm. I just need to do a bit of a Mission Impossible. There we go. I'll just turn the volume down on the TV. Right. I knew I was going to do that. Right. Okay. Right. Oh, everyone's fallen over. Oh. Oh, that was fine. You just, there we go. Oh, the very complicated, the fucking tissue box is not playing, but there we go. It's great, isn't it? You didn't need to know it was a tissue box. You will have seen that if you, oh, shit, was that in the shot? Clear. That's fine. Oh, it's fine. I'm not fucking raw and real for no reason. Do you know what I mean? I don't know why I'm covering my boobs. It's fine. It's just the cleat. Anyway, right. There we go. It's fine. It's all right. It's all right. I'm giving someone a laugh. It's fine. We've got the, is this on the screen yet? Oh, why the delay is so annoying. I can see why that family friend called this a show. My Facebook Live's a show. It's like a TV show. You don't quite know what's going to happen. Are the cards in the shot? You need to be patient, right? The delays. This is about patience. Somebody needs to be patient, because I'm getting really impatient. I'm like, come on. A wee bit more. Hello, Charlotte. We're just having a bit of a drama. I needed to get out my bed to put the volume off. And now I'm just adjusting the... Right, I'm on the... Oh, yes, that's why I done that. See what I mean? I'm so sleepy. I love that the tissue box from my hay fever looks like some kind of fancy box that the cards can... You can't even see what the cards say because of the sunlight. Oh, for fuck, I'm not getting up again to shut the curtains. This is, I can't work like this. Right, should I move the computer closer? It's not there. How are you doing, Charlotte? Charlotte, I've still not watched Love Island. That's literally what I was watching before I was inspired to come and do this. So I'm going to watch it before we'll be able to discuss it when I come back at 8 o'clock tonight on the right. That's better, isn't it? You can't really see what the other cards say, but they say communication and humility. So let's read B, communication. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. There we go. It's all right. It's okay. I'm channeling. It's fine. It's all worked out all right. That's better. That's better. This phone is boiling. Right. So again, this is going to be to do with twin flame unions. You and your twin flame is going to be to do with you solely in your work or some other area of life, but it's going to be one of the two. So just take it where it resonates. If it's not for you, just hang around for the banter and the healing. And then come and do the same at 8 o'clock UK time. I'm in bed, was reading, have had a productive morning for you. Well done. Go you. I have not done very much, to be honest. I've just watched a little bit of Love Island and I'm still about 3 episodes behind. And no, I'm on the one where they go on dates and I just put it on. So I've not seen any of that. Keep seeing streams of the LI boys. Not very interesting. Streams. Oh, don't tell me anymore. Don't tell me anymore. Right. So communication, community, work. And of course, this is community. When you come on here, this is the soul family. This is about community. Right. The honeybee is an internationally loved symbol of organization, communication, and prosperity. Humans have been cultivating bees for honey and wax for centuries, and the importance of pollinators has long been understood and valued. There are Iron Age artifacts of early hive, usually made out of logs, which later transitioned into woven baskets. You can find evidence of beekeeping in the Bible and in early Egyptian ruins. In Northern European mythic systems, bees were highly regarded and sometimes considered messengers between the worlds. Honey was used to make mead, which was considered the nectar of the gods and was shared when a promise, agreement, or treaty was to be formalized. Now, that sounded very twin flamey. The bees' powers of communication are legendary. Not only are they able to dance, speak to each other, they are also thought to be sensitive to human language and social communication. So you might be seeing a lot of bees at this time. One should never speak angrily or querulous around a hive, as the bees may vacate if they sense animosity. There's a long tradition in many cultures of telling the bees or chatting to them about daily events and news, as well as informing them of significant happenings, such as a death in the beekeeper's family. Even now, many beekeepers honour the telling traditions. One way of doing this is to drape a hive in black fabric if there's a death in the family, to allow the bees to mourn. By the way, talking of books, I'm being guided to say, for those of you that want to understand a wee bit more about, not so much the twin flame journey, but it was a book that I read as a teenager that really helped me. I feel that's one of the reasons why I've got such a deeper understanding of the way men behave in particular. But I've told this story before. Why are they getting me to say that? But I'll trust. It's men are from women. Wait a minute. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus, because it specifically talks about like the elastic band theory, and it's that, you know, a man can only get so close intimately, like, and I don't mean sex, I mean like, you know, sharing of themselves, and then they'll start to freak out and be like, shit, especially if you're not in an actual relationship, and they're like, right, shit, I've disclosed way too much, this isn't safe, I need to fuck off, is how I would translate it. And I've shared this before, but they're getting me to say, long story short, I do remember I think, I don't quite know if I wasn't aware of it being twin flames, but I was like, oh shit, I knew of twin, I hadn't connected the dots is what I'm saying, but I was like, shit, I really like him, and I don't want to just be seeing him. Like, sometimes there was months in between, and I was like, that's not enough. And so anyway, long story, I remember thinking, right, I've seen him now, I'm going to see if he leaves it. If he leaves it any more than 3 weeks, then he doesn't care. But if it ends up being less than that, or even 3 weeks, like on the dot, then he does like me, like I like him. I knew it wasn't going to mean that we're going to be going out or anything though. But anyway, what ended up happening was exactly that. And this is really crazy because there's a synchronicity with my friend that called earlier. I had prayed about something for her, And then 3 weeks to the day, which is today, something that I prayed for her about happened. So that's my soul retrievals, which I do when I'm on these, and I definitely do when I pray for somebody, or when I do a one-to-one session. They typically do happen right to the day of 3 weeks or sooner. Sometimes it can take longer if it was a deeper situation, but it doesn't need to. So there's something in that. But anyway, long story short, to get back to that one, yeah, it was like I'd seen him, and then 3 weeks later he called me, and yeah, it was drunk, but it was basically like, I need your help. I need you to come here. He's making a bit of a drama about it, but it was just something quite funny. It was just he was drunk and his friend was drunk, and it was really just an excuse to see me. And that was kind of unusual because it was always him coming to my house. Like I just always was guided not to go to his, whether he lived with his family or whether he lived. It was just I was always guided not to, probably because I knew we were going to be something more at some point, like 100 years down the line. Anyway, but it's me being psychic. But what I'm saying is there is somebody needs to read that book, because thanks, girls, for talking about books, because they've just really drew my attention to that. And there is just the 3 weeks thing. So again, what's 3 weeks from now? I feel either 3 weeks from now, there could be communication going on with twin flames, or which there absolutely will be, because a lot of unions have to come together at this time. They'll be forced together if they're not coming together of their own accord. But yeah, so whatever 3 weeks from now is, if somebody can look at a calendar for me, that would be brilliant. You don't have to. And right, I'll keep reading this. Right, wait a minute. So no, that's not random at all. Downloads do come from books and from anywhere, so that's not random. That you're led to things to get that. So, by the way, is Discovery Witch is the thing that's on the TV? Because I started watching the first one. It was very interesting. I had to turn it off because I could tell it was going to go blood and guts. And I was like, I'm fucking getting this off. It's terrifying. You know, I don't think I could even watch that with a guy. I was like, that's going to give me nightmares. Live streams, TikTok, right? It sounds oh, right, I see what you mean. Sounds random, but I've had wait a minute. So I just read that, but oh, nice. I could probably be doing my reading similarly, although waiting for books. I've ordered ancestral healing in relation to which were not random. I get downloads. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, Charlotte just said what I said. Got loads of spiritual books to read, but I needed some. Yeah, but remember, I've said to you before, I've got loads of spiritual books, and I don't even need to read them. Like, I just absorb the information by having them. So that's something weird about me, but you got to work out how it works for you. I read Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus years ago, but picked up almost brand new copy in the charity bookshop. There we go. So maybe you're being told to read that one in particular. It is because basically, if you don't want to read it, the elastic band theory is what I said. Like it said in the book, that when a man's starting to begin to like you and they're not really sort of connecting the dots, that they'll pull away. And that's why a lot of women are like, oh my God, like, you know, I go through this with clients all the time. They'll be like, do they not like me anymore? Are they going to go on to someone else? And it's like, yeah, let's face it, sometimes it fucking is that, because there's no your twin flame and it's a karmic. But either way, whether it's your twin flame or a karmic, fucking love yourself. Let's see who comes back. Let's see who stays. But because it's the balance and it's the alchemizing of your own energy, your masculine, your feminine energy. So when you start to really feel that self-love, that unconditional self-love, meaning you don't need that person anymore, but you still fucking really, really want them, you know, like, and actually I would say, you know, you really want them and you do need them, but it's not like oh, I need them or I'm going to die. You know what I mean? Because it's like, I can't even say I miss my twin flame anymore, but I do miss him. But it's because I feel like he's here already. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, that's how it should feel. You feel that connected. But basically, it's what, whoa, that's coming in really strong. But the point is a man gets so close and then something in them, like their brain's like, I need to pull away. And then though, because there's enough space and because they need more time to process, then they'll feel this pull, this magnet to come back to you. And that's just generally how it goes. Those of you that have been in separation like years and years and years, and hello, that's me too, you might be like, well, what the fuck's going on there? But again, that's where we bring in the twin flames. That is about that's to do with the intensity of your unique connection. Now, I know that my connection is extremely intense and that nothing's going to change about that even when he's here. But once you've spoke about it and you've cleared the air, you can have all the fun bits that you missed out on or that you didn't have as much as intensity. Right, so same. I'm reading a chick lit easy read by Jill Mansell. I'm introducing family reading time so I get through all my books. Oh, I might borrow that concept. My son, oh, that's lovely. Yeah. See, look, we're doing the parenty children thing. 25th of August, just by my maths. Right, okay. I wonder if that's going to be... let me see. It's on the TV, not as bad as the graphic scenes, Time Travelers one. Wait a minute. Let's just see. I don't know why I'm rushing. I've got all the time in the world. I don't even like that song. It's fun. But see, so somebody's like feeling like they need to rush, but they can take their time, man. They can take their... Everything happens in divine time. Oh, for fuck, what am I trying to do here? Sorry, not sorry, right? I'm just wanting to check button. And thank you for checking that out. Yes, I thought so. Love it. New moon in Virgo is the 27th of August. So right before that next new moon in Virgo, and I've been talking a lot about Virgo, we've got a new moon. That is actually when I started my course last year, the Divine Detox, decluttering on all levels, the mind, body, soul, physical, which is what, by the way, I help people with all the different things that I do as a shaman. I really do help, love helping people clear their physical clutter as well, because I've been surrounded in clutter my whole fucking life, still am, but not as much. And so I do that with people personally, but last year I done it as a group. And if you're interested in that, the 3 people that done it fucking loved it. Their lives all shifted forward in the areas that they wanted it to. Yeah, and it's quite interesting because I'm very connected to everyone as well. It's like it shifted to where it was, and then I'm now noticing them all recognizing where they're self-sabotaging again. So they're coming and doing deeper work with me. But it's basically we all loved it, and a lot of we finished it. I started telling the story the other day. We finished it on a Zoom, and we were all dancing. It was so funny, right? Because I'm cringe at shit. Like, listen, I'm singing that, but I'm not fucking dancing on a Zoom. But we just pushed that aside, and we were dancing, because it helps manifest. And I really do truly believe a lot of the things that we all put out there individually for ourselves have either come about already or they're about to. So there's something in that as well about using music, dance, play, creativity. So if you feel like you might want to get in on that course, if I do it, then inquire about it. Or if you see, because I'll just put out last minute again. So if that new moon is the 27th of August, I'll be slightly after that, because I won't be doing it until September. But anyway, I kind of feel like I won't be doing it, but I can do things like that in the package, the Create Your Vision in 4 sessions. I think that's basically why they're making to say that, because I don't see myself doing the course, because I'm trying to bring another course to an end that I've went 2 months over. We're loving it, but it needs to end soon. Right, so right, let me read this. So, not that you weren't, but let me read this. So where did I get to? Even now, beekeepers honor the telling traditions. One way of doing this is to drape a hive in black fabric if there's a death in the family, to allow the bees to mourn. Now, obviously, that's lowering the vibe a little bit, but I'm just sort of feeling there may have been significant passings in your life, or it could even be your twin's life, or something like that, for me to just my attention being drawn to that. So that's why I always say as well, it doesn't need to be something dramatic. It can just be the death of yourself, the spiritual awakening. But I do always need to remind clients of that. Like, some people can really sort of make it all about them. Do you know what I mean? We can all do that. And, you just got to think that you just don't know what is going on, and something that, they might want to come towards you, but they've got no energy for whatever reason. And some people's reasons might be that. So I hope not, but that's for someone. If a beekeeper passes, their bees should be informed and formally invited to attend the funeral, right? In a reading, in an oracle context, the honeybee card may be indicating that organisation or communication are essential to your current situation or undertaken. The energy of the bee is productive and methodical. That sounds very Virgo. They work for the good of the hive and are valued for their contributions, because Virgo is about being of service, you see. So sweetness may be called for in your dealings with others, and now may be the time for sealing agreements, making commitments, and keeping your promises. Sounds like the twin flame union. As you move through the world, bear in mind the interconnectedness of all things. The modern focus on the individual can lead to self-centered actions that can be detriment to us in the long run. And that is what Buffalo Calf Women Energy is about, which I'm basically channeling every time I'm on here. It's about what the Rainbow Warriors are about. So Hopi Prophecy. We are the ones we've been waiting on. We're the ones that are coming here to make a difference. We're the ones that are coming here to be the light. We're the ones that are having to step up. there's people that need you to shine your light so that they can find their way out of the darkness. That's what I'm doing by being on here every day as much as I can. That's what everybody that gets led to me in some way, shape or form, you're being pushed out your comfort zone, because we all need to lift each other up. The people that are meant to be lifted, some people are just meant to have no consciousness and boring lives. We're not about that around here, right? Invest your energy in family, community and systems of greater good, as these may be the very things that will sustain you and help you build towards your goals. Love it. Right, okay. Ren, what have you got to say, Ren? Shibbity jibbity wah. Right. Humility, cunning, gentleness, subtlety, small secrets, luck. Oh, that's interesting, because the shorts for tomorrow is secret. It's about keeping a secret. It's about like poker face. A bit like when I say, for those of you that do have contact with your twin flame or you come into union, don't be telling people, as exciting as it is, and don't be confirming either way when people ask you, like, because it's just that is the guidance that always comes through. So whoever is clicking with this, I've had about 12 million death rebirth feelings in the last 6 months. Yeah, but that's because you're in divine masculine energy, you guys. Anybody that's in that energy that claims otherwise, I'll be like, bullshit. Like from How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. God damn it, I need to watch that film. Am I going to need to spend another tenner on Amazon Prime to fucking watch a film that I had for 100 years in my dusty old DVDs? I think I'm going to have to. Or what is that thing called again, Charlotte? I was so annoying. Even after you told me that, I got so impatient and I paid the $8.99 for the... No regrets, though. No regrets. When I mentioned that my best pal yesterday, a lot of times she hasn't seen the films that I've seen, because there's two of my soul family best pal friends are a lot older than me, which there's no excuse, but one of them just doesn't watch any fucking film ever. And I'm always like, come on, I'll even give you my login to my... Just go and watch a film, watch a series, watch anything. Please watch. But she actually had watched that film, so that was quite funny. And I'm being led to the because it's Scorpio moon, they're guiding me to say that like that part at the end of that film is like oh no, it's the word I don't like. Oh dear. I'd rather fight with you than ML to anyone else. You know, we're not saying the ML around here. So you could just put your own explicit term in the middle of that, wherever floats your boat. But and then there's the other bit of, what was it they were guiding me to? Yeah, you can just spend the rest of your life having really great makeup sex. Do you know what I mean? That is the end of it, isn't it? Pretty much the end of it. And that's twin flames as well. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's passion. Right. So the wren is magical little creature, once known in Ireland as the druin, or the druid bird. Indeed, the wren's tiny nest is known as a druid house, and the Welsh word, I can't say it, DRYW. We got any Welsh people? Both wren and druid. The most famous folktale featuring the wren goes back to Roman times and tells when all the birds held a parliament. That's funny because I always say bird meaning women. Held a parliament to decide who would be king of the birds. Divine masculine. It was decided that the bird who could fly the highest would become ruler of all. The eagle was the clear favourite as he soared higher and higher. Now, I worked with eagle medicine very strongly at a part of my journey, and I've now integrated it, so I won't mention it as much. But when I'm doing a session, the eagle will come in and help. So loads of you may be at that part of really associating with an eagle. But again, for me, it is about the Phoenix rising because of my Scorpio energy, and I very much help people. I've got that info bit actually, is that I help people go from the darkness to light, or, be the Phoenix rising with all the soul retrieval that takes place. And then they made me mention soul retrieval earlier. The eagle was the clear favourite. As he soared higher and higher, all the other birds were left behind. And again, that's about when you reach that higher perspective of being able to kind of laugh and see the drama. Like I always say, the most enlightened people that I find on YouTube are people that don't take themselves too seriously and they're just fucking laughing. And I'm not even talking about me, guys. I'm talking about, I find people that are laughing more than me. They can't get the fucking message out there laughing that much, and it's brilliant. And these are the people that are really switched on. Finally, the eagle spread his wings and was about to declare victory when the tiny wren, who had hid himself in the eagle's tail feathers, popped out and said, "I am king." The wren's trickery in this and other tales gave rise to the tradition of killing wrens in the days leading up to Christmas and then parading them through the streets on St. Stephen's Day. So there's something about Christmas here, and this says 26th of December, Boxing Day. There's something I feel about, like, just people want to give a wee bit, and this is so fucking random because this is just, I literally had this when I woke up this morning, cutting about making like just making a drink. I was like, see what I mean? I can't even lie because I ordered my fucking coffee. That's hilarious because I was gonna be like making a coffee. I was like, that's a lie. I ran out, so I fucking ordered one. But it's kind of like, you know, and that is my Blu-ray frequency. I honestly, like, it's like I'm so of integrity. Like, it's just that I can't lie about the stupidest things unless it comes to the unions or protecting someone else. But it's basically there was something about this excitement about this Christmas. You will get to spend that with the one you love. For some of you, this heaviness tradition was observed across Ireland, the British Isles, and in France. Hey, where's Scotland not getting a mention? The dead wrens would be attached to branches and wreaths of holly and would be banished by wren boys and fancy conjurers who would sing and ask for coins and drinks of households of the village. The wren reminds us that we need not be big or powerful to be of importance or find success in life. And again, many of the people that are led to me, including me, before I was really guided to be a bit bigger than life. And that may calm down as soon as we shift out of Leo season. It may not, though. It's basically a lot of the people that are guided to me that, you know, that will be healers of many, many years, decades, some of them longer than me, some of them times of me, some of them not as long, but they're all very gifted, gentle, humble healers. And these are the people that are coming forward now, including, you know, your counterparts, like your twin flames, like they have got like gifts of poetry, writing, singing. I mean, obviously not all of it. Fucking hell, if your twin flames coming in, singing and dancing, doing all of that shit, I mean, wow. But some of them, well, you know, it's all different sorts of things, creative in some kind of way, art, speakers. So yeah, and this is all things that they will need encouragement with. And I'd imagine if you've already kind of been pushing towards your dreams, and you'll be able to encourage them, or you'll be able to help them go to other healers, you know, blah, 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 all of this, right? So this is your them or both. So in folktale, the wren was able to best the eagle, not through might, but cunning. It took advantage of its small size due to what other birds could not. The wren is the ultimate example of the adage, work smart, not hard. The wren, and that's so funny, because I came on here saying, like, nobody worry about me overworking, because literally I have like more days off than I do working, but I cram it all into the work days, and it's really it goes very well with my energy, my human design, and the ADHD and being a shaman and all that. So, and it's why I just completely protected my energy. Like, I didn't respond to people's stuff until today. I think I just responded to a few wee things, maybe just, Charlotte, I think I answered you back on YouTube, and then I just put my phone down and had my massage and everything. So, the wren can represent the small wisdom of the world, the elusive, the secret things that can only be learned with care and patience. While the heavy, laborious search for knowledge represented by the owl, that's another medicine that I worked with very closely, and again, integrated. So what I find when I integrate it with a power animal for like a year and a half, sometimes 2 years, I then don't talk about it as much, other than my wolf and my tiger, because these are my main ones. So that's just how it works for me. It has its place. The everyday lessons of living are also important, but then I can always tap into that medicine because I've worked with it very closely for somebody that's what it's working with right now. Life mustn't always be a matter of gravity. We also need moments of respite. And an oracle reading this little bird may admonish us to consider a different approach to our situation, to look at the details rather than the big picture, consider ways in which the cunning of the wren can inspire you. I love this, because every time I use these cards, they really home in on the, well, every time I do anything, they home in on the astrology. But this is very Mercury and Virgo right now, homing in on the details. Take the small, intelligent actions and fuck it, let's go. And think of ways in which you can better yourself or improve your lot through small efforts. Very connected to the video that I'm going to publish after this. Great sweeping change is sometimes needed, but we do not always have the strength, time, or resources to commit to radical alteration, of course. Definitely, if you're in a dark night soul, you've just got a little bit less energy. It's just about moving forward. It's not about big leaps of faith. However, that does not need to mean stagnation. You can learn something new every day. You can save for future plans. You can chip away at debt. Wow, because I'm here to teach people about debt and money. You can work towards your fitness, relationship, or spiritual goals one step at a time. Fucking love this. And its negative aspect, we didn't pull it upside down though. The wren is an annoying little trickster who's always trying to get the best of others through cleverness. While we admire wit and wile, this card cautions us to act with care and compassion. You don't always need to be the most clever person in a situation, nor do you always have to prove that you're right. Yes, again, because it's about humbleness. Just because you know something does not mean that you must speak it. And that is about, sometimes it's better to be kind than right. And I really do feel this is about twin flame unions. It's about, look, do you want to be happy and move forward, or do you want to keep dragging up the past? But it's kind of like when I said the other day, a lot of twins simply won't come forward because they feel like they're going to get a hard time forevermore. And no wonder, because there's a lot of twin flame experts or healers out there bashing their supposed twin flame, but it's because they're not twin flames and they're karmics. Full stop, end of story. That is my opinion. I know lots of other people agree. It's not my opinion, actually, it's God's telling me the truth, and I'm telling the truth. So, right. True intelligence doesn't have to announce itself, and that's why you let your energy speak for itself. Yes, you can tell bits and bobs about where it's relevant, what you're good at, but people will soon see. You won't need to tell them what you do. An obsession with winning may lead you to act unethically or unkindly, running the risk of alienating people and damaging relationships. And that's really interesting, because this is the last card in the deck, and it says conclusion. Yeah, how funny. Look. It says conclusion. So there are endings here, good endings, happy endings in sight here. And it's about basically, that last bit really hit home there. This really triggered something. Like, it's when I said that whenever I've been, spirit of kind of God has been guiding me to go and hawk in on like twin flame communities. Okay, there are some, I'm not bashing them all. I love how the nails are matching the book. I fucking love it. Thanks for doing that, God. That's brilliant. And this card too. It's kind of like you can instantly tell whether someone's in it for everyone else or themselves, because it's like they'll not really engage with the community, or like, you know, it's like when users sort of saying things, I'm like, oh, like reading it out, and you know, because I know when someone mentions a book or a program, it's going to be helpful for someone else, and basically we're equal. You know what I mean? And it should be equal between masculine and feminine. It should be, you've got as much to give me as I've got to give you. That's how I feel about my twin flame. That's how you should feel about your twin flame when you're balancing your energies to the point they should be. Again, if you're seeing yourself as like some, you know, person that's got all this wisdom and the other person hasn't got any or not as much, you need to get a reality check. You need to get an ego check, and you can come and I'll give you it in a gentle way. It's Scorpio moon, guys, so I'm going to be a bit more brutal on this day, and I'm not going to fucking apologize for it, right? Right, so we might go back to that deck, because those were the cards that I pulled when I wasn't shuffling. Now I'm going to pull one from the Fairy Oracle. Now these are the cards that when I've had personal readings over the last couple of years, people always pull me the Singer of Initiation, which has become more and more clear why they pulled that, because I'm fucking singing it all the time. That's always been a thing, but it's something that I've kind of, again, I said earlier, I have always sang when it's relevant when I'm doing it live, but it does just seem like it's way more. So if that card comes out, you better believe I'm going to scream. But I can't remember the ones I pulled before I came on. I didn't even look what they meant. I've just opened this. So I'm going to read the comments actually, and then we'll see what comes up. Right, so sorry guys, because I've not read for a while. I've not read the comments, I mean. Right, so the MC in the house. Claire, Michelle, Charlotte. And guys, if you wanted to be on the initials, you should have been live on the challenge. I'm joking. Yeah, it wasn't time. And well done, Bird, because you've now caught up on the replay. Right, so Bird is the word. That's hilarious. I rewatched the Wednesday last night. I'm a quarter bit. Oh, right, that counts. Quarter Welsh. The wren is my beloved mama and spirit. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, obviously I need to catch that, Michelle. Second time someone has said it in the last couple of days. Catch what? Are you getting confused with her saying the wedding date? I saw a beautiful eagle today. I was told it was very rare. Yeah, well, that is, because I was just saying what eagles here. You're in the UK, so yeah. Unless we're at some kind of, you know, bird place, like, you know, bird sanctuary or something. I might be wrong. Do we see eagles floating about in the sky? I don't know. In America, but oh really? They're called owls. That's cool. And yeah, I've got an eagle at my heart. Oh, I actually just looked the kite bird and it's a smaller prey. Assumed it right. Okay, I might need to scroll some of this. Kite balances between the sacred elements of fire, water, and earth. Invoke the spirit of the kite when making psychic connections to strengthen psychic. Oh, loving that, Michelle. Can't wait to be back with my twin flame. He's always stretched my thing. Oh, you shall. You good things come to those who wait. CMCB, CMCB, CMCB. But then we're just going to need to keep adding a letter on. We have the kites flying around here all the time. Right, okay, I've caught up the comments. Right, so let's pull for divine feminine and divine masculine. And forget the fucking subconscious conscious, right? We just want to know what's going on in the physical, greedy, miserable existence. But it's not like that when you're with your twin flame. But let's catch in with what's going on with the collective that I'm picking up. So it's either going to be that you resonate with this or it's where you're heading to, is what they're telling me. So divine feminines in the physical conscious mind. What the that's too many. Oh, that is the one. Wait a fucking minute. You are kidding the fuck on. That is I'm sure that is the card. That is the one that I don't think it's that one. That is the card that people always pull for me. Penelope Dreamweaver. Okay, we're going to need to read both of these. So I absolutely know I'm going to resonate with that. And some of yous might too. So let's just see. And the gnome is what, look, the gnome is what I pulled before I came on. I just didn't look at what it said. So divine feminine, we've got 2 cards, and then I'll do divine masculine, because this is divine masculine's feminine side as well. Can't actually read some of these, they're quite hard to pronounce. Right, so 0. Listen up, children. Do you know what this feels like when I'm doing this, right? I've said this before, but did any of you watch that really fucking creepy program as a kid that was on a Sunday? I used to watch it at my pals. I think it was my pals' granddads or my pals. But it was like this man sitting in a chair with a dog, and he used to read like tales. That's what I feel like. Except I'm not a man and I don't have a dog, and hopefully I'm not creepy, although I know it's creepy when I say things and then I pull out a card that backs it up. What was it called? Was it called is that the right card? No, it's 26. I'm like getting too carried away. The 0 card, that reminds me of the 0 point, coming back to the 0 point, power point, the energy, reset, starting again. Guys, I'm not gonna lie. When I say that shit, I half the time don't know what it means. Right, so, right. I'm channeling. I sometimes get it, sometimes I don't. I'm just like, sometimes I get it later. I do know what it means. So that's a powerful place to begin again. It's a reset energy. Right. So trickster, creative chaos, wild gifts, breaking habits and patterns. And that's what Fuck It, Let's Go is about. That's why I love it when people are updating me that they've felt their money picking up, their energy picking up. Again, because if your money isn't picked up in a massive way yet, it's just because you've got other building blocks to put in place, some self-sabotage, whatever, things that you need to do before the money comes in, which is why I teach people, pick something simple. Don't overwhelm yourself. If you pick something big, it's not that you won't move forward, but I happen to feel people that pick bigger things when they do that challenge, it's because I was just that last building block. It's kind of a bit like my friend there. It was like, she'd already put energy into a situation and all she needed was a little bit of me praying for her, someone else, an outside perspective, and it's lifted and it's pushed things forward. And that is what I do as a shaman. It's like a lot of the time I will be the last puzzle piece for somebody to come to, for everything to take off. So that takes a lot of, life humbling me as a shaman, and whoever else resonates with me saying that. And you can see that in the world, you know what I mean? It's great to be, it is good that when people acknowledge how much I've helped them and when they lead other people back to me, because it helps my business, so that it means, I'm able to help people and not be so stressed and not struggling and all of that. But I think we can all see examples in the world where people get a bit ahead of themselves and, it becomes all about the money and you know, and less about actually helping people and caring. And I really do feel the shift that's happening on the planet when we connect with that, we're moving away from matrix kind of jobs. Oh God, I went on about this in another video, but it's true. It keeps coming through, right? That it's like, if you're not moving towards what's fun and your creative abilities and sharing more of what you want to do and pulling away from, like, yeah, you might have a high paid job, but if you're miserable about your life in that particular job, it's going to drag your energy down, it's going to drag your frequency down, and they're all going to collapse. I don't know when, don't ask me, but I really do feel these things are going to collapse. So you can be in a job making money that you love. No, sorry, you can, that's great. I mean, you wouldn't want to move from that otherwise. But if people are in a job that makes a lot of money, but it's draining your soul, your frequency will lower, and then, you know, you're stuck. So it is very much about, if you know, staying in a job like that, yeah, don't quit your day job, but make sure on the side you're doing something fun and building that up. Because what I see all the time, and oh, Matt, I love it. I'm going in on this because this is where my gift really lies. And that's why that card's come up, right? Because it's not going to be me as well. Other people will connect with this. But I just remember, I'm sure that's that card. If that's not the singing card, it's another card that was pulled for me. And it's kind of like, because again, it's like I think it was in a general reading actually, and it just, I really connected with it. But basically, I've had it in personal readings too, like a few times. But there's one about singing and there's one about something else. And but basically, what part of my gift is my Pluto 0 degree Scorpio retrograde in the 12th house. I feel people's hidden pain and what's stopping them, their self-sabotage. That's why I reprogram subconscious beliefs. And then, but also I feel your hidden gifts. So even when people think they're sharing what they're meant to be sharing, I usually tap into, you're missing the point. It should be easy. And I literally just said this to my best friend yesterday. She's always chasing the next, and again, we keep it anonymous, but some of you will know my friend I'm talking about. It's kind of like, you know, always chasing the next dream, always learning something else. And like, very much like me, you just got a lot of strings to her boa. But if you don't fucking tell people what you're doing, how are they meant to know? Which is why I'm saying, without saying my friend's name, hello, friend, come and join the soul family. Come in. I know she's not because she's working right now, but come and join the soul family and have fun because they'd all fucking love you here. And when I'm saying that to my friend who's in divine masculine energy, I'm saying that to other people that aren't talking. This is a safe place. Talk, get involved, have fun. If it becomes not safe, not fun, whoever's causing the cat amongst the pigeons will be getting fucking deleted and blocked by me and the spanner people. You know what I'm saying? Because she'll become an instant spanner person as soon as she fucking speaks. She can't be one if she doesn't speak. Because there's loads of people that watch this that I trust, that I'd make a spanner person, but they're not talking, so I can't make you one. But basically what I'm saying, it's also to do with who's here the most, because, you know, I need someone to be here to be able to help me with that stuff. But, and again, a bit dramatic, guys, right? When we're only sitting at 336, it's not that chaotic. But when there's more people, I'm going to need more people to be able to vet people. But what I'm saying is she's not unique in that. Everybody I connect with, it's like, I'm able to see what their true gift is, that they're missing the point. It should be easy. Look at me with the cards. I channel, don't even need cards, and then the cards back me up, right? And sometimes I've been strayed away from that, and I'll be, oh, don't worry the card. But I do love the cards. But it's kind of like, I only get annoyed because people only associate me with reading cards, right? Or mediumship, and I'm like, I do way more than that. But now I don't need to sort of go on about that because I'm comfortable and I've accepted it with my own self, and I know that my energy speaks for itself to who it's meant to speak to, and who it's not speak to, it's not meant to speak to, right? Okay, hopefully you understood what I was saying there. But basically what I'm saying is that it's like, with the moon in Scorpio right now hitting that part of my chart, we're able to get really dive deep right down to the core of something. So whatever it is I'm saying here, like, this is really going to connect with something. I can feel a lot of intense energy coming through here, and it's about, let's get right down to the nitty gritty. Let's get right down to the brutal truth about what is stopping you from going forward. Who is stopping you from going forward? Because again, when my friend was giving me that massage yesterday, she picked up on certain feelings around me that I'd picked up on the reading before. So the one that I'd done, you know, the day before, about picking up on deceptive energies and being discerning, she was picking up for me, but I actually don't feel that's for me. I feel that is for my twin flame. Again, maybe me, I might be in for a fucking bad shock and it's me as well, or is it both of us? But it's just tune into that, you know, because you and your twin flame are so connected that you might even find when you get a reading, the whole thing's about them. Like that happens nearly actually every time I get a reading for myself. So just be aware of that. If you don't resonate with someone saying to you, it could actually be that they're reading your divine counterpart. See, they're not even letting me say twin flame anymore. That word is like, it's like when I was channeling about that word annoying me, it's definitely it is because the muddies have been watered around that word. Whew, right, let's read the gnome. Fucking hell. Right, the gnome is actually number 26, if that's significant. Oh, of course it is, because that's going to be the new moon in Virgo, because we just saw that that's the 27th. That gnome looks a bit out of sorts. He's like, fuck's sake, man. Fuck's sake, when's my blessings coming? That was me yesterday before I got my massage. I was like, hi, I'm just like fucking shattered. Because it was my soul. My soul was needing, but again, it's, yeah, I said what I thought it was. Totally discombobulated gnome. And but I feel that's divine masculine. So this is saying it's divine feminine. So we need to just, humble ourselves because it must be divine feminines as well. I'll see how I'll be honest. If this connects with me, then I'll be honest. Because I can't lie. Imagine what will come when I tidy declutter my bedroom before the lines get exactly. Okay, so I was at Walmart getting tires repaired. I love when I read it like that. It's like, I was at Walmart getting tires repaired, and the clerk gives me the bill and said, oh, good. I said, I need to pay. He's like, no, you're good to go. Wow, fuck it, let's go. Works. Oh my God. You were blessed with a miracle. That is amazing. That is a fucking miracle. Thank God you sorted me out. Now I get paid to play. Exactly. Love it. I agree. And again, so thank you, Bird, for saying that. Bird, would you say that it was, well, there was a huge load of magical synchronicities that led for that to happen. But the thing that always sticks out for me, but it's more important what sticks out for you. I know you always say about the free challenges really shifted you. You love them. A lot of my clients really love them. But it's the chakra soul empowerment session, which that was what was a massive thing that always sticks out for you, for what I've done with you. But again, it's more important what sticks out for you, just in case people are like, oh, what did you do? What did you do? I agree, but just because it was like you were doing something you loved, but I could see that it was like you were meant to be shifting gears a bit. And if Bird hadn't agreed with me about, well, it's not me, but if she didn't resonate with what I said, and there was hesitancy, because that's like my friend I was talking to yesterday, it was a bit kind of like, oh, I don't quite know. But the thing is, it's like you do need to take a gamble and go towards what excites you, and then the things slot into place. And that's what divine masculine energies, regardless of gender, need to hear. It's like, a lot of people are waiting before they move towards their twin, or before they move towards taking an action in business, because again, in this situation, it was towards business. But you don't actually get all the downloads and the codes and the actions to take until you move towards the scary thing, which some people it's their twin, some people it's shifting, pivoting in their business. And that's what I'm saying is in a session, whether it's about pricing, whether it's about just changing something you're doing, or with social media, I'll be like, right, if you sort of focus on this, I feel like that's going to explode things for you. I'm never wrong when I say that, guys. Just saying, it always works out for the people I say that to. Because it's not me. Again, to be humble, it is God speaking through me, and you either get that or you don't. And I know that you all get that. Right. So, and if you're new, just hang around and you'll soon see what I mean. Right. I agree with the matrix job thing, but we do live in a matrix and needs goods and services. I'm feeling my new jobs energetically are matched to my frequency, but time will tell. Yes, but Michelle, with you specifically, that would be about you doing that, because obviously if you're worrying and money's a worry, then that is good. So that will lift the worry. But what you should also be doing is doing something fun on the side just for you. But again, I'd be able to help you that in a personal session. And I think you'd said the other day there was something you want me to help you with. So I doubt it. I said I doubt though, didn't I? I was about to say I doubt it won't be connected to whatever it is you're saying there. Right. So right. Wally World. Hello, Panda. How are you? Yeah, the marathon one changed my life. Wow, love it. Definitely trust Michelle. It keeps surrendering to the opening of your rose. We can't always see what's waiting, but this may be another alignment. Beautiful, Charlotte. You said about my feels, 30k views in a month feels, yeah. And that was basically, I had saw for Bird that if she started doing that would be really great for her business. And I mean, she's never looked back. So Right, let's read this card. So, oh, my best friend's wedding is in my algorithm. My best friend's wedding reunion. My best friend's, this is why we need the fucking, this is what we, oh my God. Look how old they all are as well. That is like a lot of twin flame reunions. Oh, hi there. You took that long. I've got grey hair and wrinkles. So I hope that's not going to be a problem. But of course it isn't, because we love each other. My best friend's wedding reunion. Literally. That's hilarious. Okay. But it is because I'm talking about it, the algorithm put in. It's kind of magical. You know what I'm saying? Right. So let's read this. The gnome. Remember, this is divine feminine energy. This is your creative energy, your spontaneous energy, your allowing, your resting, your being. For those of you that weren't here before, if you start to see my midriff, I've got a sports brown. Okay, so just saying. And Michelle, you would have liked my comment about if I bend down, my boobs are looking like a bit of a bum today. So just saying, you know what I mean? Right, so this is the trickster who exists in every world. He comes to us wearing our own faces to fool us into thinking that his ideas are his own. Notice the connection right away between me saying I'm aware, I'm a channel to deliver the messages, but also I honour my time and energy to show up most of the time every day, which I don't think is about to stop. Give me a break when I go on holiday though, guys, but I probably will have pre-recorded stuff for you. He brings creative chaos into our lives. That's how we bring catalysts for change. He helps us break down old habits by showing us how silly they are, limiting beliefs, blocks. He encourages us to fall on our faces so that we get up with a different point of view, looking up our past mud-smeared noses. This is talking about divine feminine energies or divine masculine, talking your divine feminine side about, yeah, you might have been backstabbed, you might have been betrayed, you might have made mistakes trusting people, whether it be with money or anything else, but you learned, didn't you? And then you'll take that learning and you'll teach other people, because that's what I do. Everything I'm teaching you about, it's happened from most of the shitty things that have happened to me, actually. So I'm grateful for them, because I learn every time. I don't moan about it. I might moan about it a little bit, but I moan about it and I teach. Because I help people with shadow work, you know what I mean? If I didn't moan about the things that had hurt me and all that kind of, and then how I've healed, wouldn't be helping people with what I'm meant to be helping people with. He helps us get ourselves into situations in which we discover our gifts we never knew we had. I've never read this card before, so I didn't know I was going to say that. Often because there's no other way out of the mess we got ourselves into. As Brian mentions, that's funny because he wrote this and then he's referring to himself. That's weird. Anyway, as Brian mentions, that gnome is unreliable and sometimes encourages drunkenness. This is true. He certainly doesn't always do as we expect, but our expectations are the problem, not his, he says. Do you want me to read it in that funny voice, or will I just read it properly? Don't even answer that question. I'm reading it in the funny voice. That was a test. I'll do what I fucking want, right? I'm channeling what you need to say to other people that give you unsolicited advice. As for drunkenness, in vino veritas, in wine, there is truth. And so there's something, how interesting. There's something here about truth coming forward because somebody's had a wee smally, a wee drink. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. I've said before, there's a twin flame union that come about because I always say to my client, listen, if the conversation needs to come about when you both had a wee drink, who the fuck cares? At least you're having a conversation. Do you know what I mean? If it's all the time, then there's an issue, you know what I mean? It can't be all the time. But when we let down our mental sensors and filters, we sometimes come up with discoveries about who we really are and what we really want that we hadn't let ourselves know. When he appears, it's a breakthrough time. And all too often, the first step in the breakthrough feels like a breakdown. That's about people that are in their dark night of soul. But once you fall down, you will get back up again. Fall down 7, stand up 8. Breakthrough feels just like breakdown. There are better ways of doing this than getting drunk and going through a psychotic break. That's what Dark Night of Soul can feel like. That is absolutely something that's been coming up for divine masculine energies. Obviously not all of you, but I do know that a lot of divine masculine energies have felt like this at some point, that they're going nuts. And I know that because that's exactly what happened to me on my Dark Night of Soul. I channel about it all the time. Yeah, just end the story. But the way that this world treats breaking into your healer self, they do treat it like a mental breakdown, and it gets numbed with a whole load of pills and all that kind of shit, and that happens for a reason. It's why there's many people, and I don't expect people to, you know, pipe up on that. It's actually people that don't share on this, but I can think of at least over 10, probably 15 people, it'll be more than I even know, that were on antidepressants for 10 years longer, or, you know, that were their feelings had been suppressed. their passion had been suppressed because they're on antidepressants, they watch a couple of my free stuff or they do some work with me. And I'm certainly don't give people advice about what to do with medication and that, but they just naturally chuck the pills away and haven't looked back. You can believe it if you want, but the people that's actually happened to will trust. Some people will be watching this right now and they won't even have connected the dots. But this has happened my whole life. Even when I worked in certain places or I studied in certain things, there were people that were relying on stuff like that. And through what I just spoke about informally in the time that I spent with them about self-love, about healing, they naturally done the same thing. You know what I mean? So it's because that's the way the world's moving to, is it's moving away from the pills and the numbing our feelings and the pausing them and moving towards the alternative healing modalities. It's why a lot of healers haven't had their pentacles, I don't know why I keep saying that, having their money, their pentacles coming in, because the world wasn't ready to move into that shift. It is now, guys. Fuck it, let's go. But the better ways take skill, and he has to work with what he has just as well. It's like what they're saying to me is, if you have been, you know, dragging your ass along quite a long time and feeling like, fucking hell, why have I learned all this stuff? As they draw me a book about Chiron, it's because it's going to make sense. So it's like, that's why they're getting me to say that. Like, you know, people can trust me or they can shelf it, but you know, just be ready for that, because the people that have been doing it a long ass time, we're about to become the leaders of the new earth, if not already. And then it will be very clear that people should have listened. But I'd imagine the people that tune into me really get what I'm saying right now. But it's because we're going to get, like, I feel my work will shift. It might be that I'm still helping twin flames, but I'll get other people that aren't, because they just simply need the help, like friends and relatives of you that need help, you know. Like people just basically admitting they need therapy, you know. Until we're in a place of instant healing, you don't need like years of therapy. We're not there yet, you know. People need therapy. That gnome tells wild and wonderful long-winded stories. Oh my God, this is me. Complete with demonstrations of the action and much. Oh no, oh my God, that's so freaky. Oh my God. I was about to say, I don't know if you could see, but I'm going like that in my hat. I'm waving my arm about. And it says, well, demonstrations of the action and much arm waving. What the fucking fuck? An online group member says he adds, that gnome is full of knowledge. Wait a minute, it's going to say something fucking cheeky here, isn't it? That gnome is full of knowledge, but the trick is sorting out the truth from the fiction. And I did say, though, I'm not a liar, but when I need to hide my union, or when I need to hide something for someone else, or kind of mask a bit of something to keep someone's anonymity, I'm going to do it. So it's like sometimes it serves a purpose. It takes a lot of good sense to be able to listen to him or her. He isn't known for his patience, right? I'm sorry, that's not me. I've got the patience of a saint, and I think I've fucking given many, many examples of that with lots of my stories. So if that gnome breaks a vase, the pieces will fall into patterns of great significance and meaning, but it's up to us to read and understand it. He is the potentially constructive force of chaos. That gnome is also the keeper of our wild talents, the ones we may not even know we have. When he appears, it's often to call our attention to our latent gifts. And again, specifically in my chart, every time I channel, the moon is hitting my soul's blueprint that helps me help you shift your pain and bring out your gifts. So this is important channeling. In a nutshell, which is where he claims to belong. His job is to help us get lost from our comfortable ruts so that we'll explore wonderful, exciting and strange new paths. He's a good friend of the raven, the philosopher trickster, and the coyote as one of his many disguises. And this is why I would say I'm on a double mission. I played down my gifts. I played down what I can do in public until it was the right time. And I guess the secret's out now. He is so smart that he sometimes outsmarts himself. Can you laugh at yourself sometimes? Think about what I said earlier. All the people that I love on YouTube never stop laughing, and I fucking love it. Sometimes I don't even need to hear what the message is because they just laugh and it lifts my vibration. And let the laughter carry you into new insights and new ways of being. Then that gnome within you is waving his fairy wand gleefully. Oh, this is a bit long, for fuck's sake. It's time to leap into the air, letting the earth turn beneath you and discover where you come down again. Reasonable risks are okay. Even unreasonable risks are probably okay. Use your head and look before you leap, of course, but do so understanding that the actual jump is likely to be very rewarding. No guarantees. Perfect timing. But then there are never really anyway, no matter how pretty the paper they may seem to be printed on and the scroll work around the edge. The presence of the gnome tells us that the forces of chaos are at work. Things may not be as they seem, and this may very well be a good thing. Look for the unexpected. And what is the next full moon in? Expect the unexpected in Aquarius. And that is next week. Find the opportunity. Oh, wait a minute. What am I talking about? It's no fucking next week. Why am I forgetting? Because I'm like so deep in this. I'm going to need to check just so that the 12th. It is fucking next week. Yes, it is. But what day is that? It's like, I need to know. Oh, yeah, because remember, it's all that chat. It's Friday. So that's Friday. Expect the unexpected a week from Friday. Really, any time from now. Find the opportunity in it. Go for it. Again, fuck it, let's go. He says that no matter how confused things may seem, there is a way to make them better. See if anybody starts copying me with fuck it, let's go. It's not going to sound as good when it's not in my accent. Just saying. Sorry. Just needed to add a bit of Leo Sasson. That's the last of Mercury and Leo being like, just saying. Fuck it, let's go. Fuck just sounds great in a Scottish accent. It does, you know. Fucking any other accent, it ain't as strong. But like, go fuck yourself. Do you know what I mean? Go fuck yourself. It's not the same in another accent. I just think so. Maybe Irish. Maybe Irish might have the edge. But it is a creative way, one you haven't tried before, he says. Think amazing new thoughts. Right, we're not pulling it reverse because we did not pull it reverse. Right, okay. God, these are fucking long to read, aren't they? Shit, now I need to read the other one. Oh, God. We might shortchange Divine Masculine by pulling one. I'm only joking, we won't. Oh, dear. What number is this? 28. So the 26th and the 28th, these are the numbers of... I feel like I was going to get the book there. Somebody's feeling sick. They're not nervous, by the way. That's the energies of the new moon in Virgo. God, we'll have a break to read the comments. Yes, hello 36, as I'm trying to find the page. 28. 28. Oh, you just laugh. Right, so. Right, let me see. Right. Yes, her art does rock. I'm so glad I went through mine and was in touch with you, and I'd totally been bullied into pills. Oh, but you don't need to share all that, but thank you. This is why I've always veered away from pharma from childhood. Yes. Today's post posted at 2:27. All I can see is King of Swords, and you said 27th is a new moon, did it? I can't even remember. Hey Claire, do you have time to do a quick healing session? My pelvis and back are jacked. I need relief so I can move house. I have to leave for... Yeah, of course, just email me and book. Like, do you mean like not today though? Like, do you mean just like soon? But the thing is as well, you might find that what I've done today might shift a bit of the pain. Because that's what I'm always doing, the healing on this, and because you've told me. But absolutely. But just email me and I'll check the emails after it. But yes, absolutely. Because remember, the 14th is pretty much when I'm having a break. So any time up until then, I can do it. So even like, I've got a couple of people tomorrow, but I could fit you in tomorrow later at night, I think, or next week. So just let me know. But yes, I'm sending you healing as I'm doing this as well to relieve because they're basically to relieve the pain, but we need to get the root of the issue. And because the moon is in Scorpio, that's when I'm best at it. Right, so let's read this one. So yes, do it today. Do it today, because you said this the other day and you didn't email me. So I'm holding you accountable, and you've said it in front of everyone else. Because like I said to you, if it's because the pentacles are coming later, I trust you, Michelle, just as I said to other people that want to do the Lionsgate portal. Now, this isn't a free-for-all for people that want to take the piss, but but that's none of yous, and that's also none of the lurkers that know who they are. If people want to do either a Zoom with me or they want to do the group Zoom on Monday, as long as you will keep your word and remember that when the money comes in, that, like I always say, remember, you know, like Ashley, when I owe people money, I tell myself that's not my money. So as soon as exact, you know, not as soon as exact amount comes, because it depends, you know, we do need to make efforts to pay things back. And it's just, like I say, it's a learning process for everyone. But what I'm saying is, if anyone is in that position, I trust everyone that chats on the live. I knew it was that. You know, basically you can give me it later. You know what I mean? Because I know people aren't going to take the piss. And anyway, people get burnt when they do take the piss and they're like, shit, right, I'm not doing that again. Do you know what I mean? Because it's, and I'm just saying it because it's like, because I work for God, because I'm doing this, and because it would then mean that I'm left short and I don't make a secret about the fact that happens, right? My money's getting better now, but I have so much debt that I'm going to have to make shitloads in order to get out of that. For me to be, and anyway, we shouldn't sort of think, oh, if someone's got a lot of money, they don't need it, because I've had that happen to me. I've had loads of stories of clients coming to me, and you know, I'm like, you need to get a handle on that, because it's, you know, it's none of, that's why I'm different. How many people actually talk about how much I don't, other than me actually fucking showing you how much I've got in my bank account, I pretty much do. And it's kind of like, you know, we really do need to take that on board and take personal responsibility. If it's not your money, it's not your money. It doesn't matter if somebody's got a lot of money or not. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just, but because of the connection I've got with people, put it this way, I'd be wary if I hadn't done a session with someone, they're like, all right, can I give you that back when I've got it? I'd be like, no, you know what I mean? But for people that I know, I could trust, absolutely, because what usually ends up happening is, this happens all the time, that I'll say, right, we'll do the Zoom and give me it back when you get it. And 9 times out of 10, the person gets the money before we do the Zoom or right after it. And don't worry if you don't, but you know, it comes shortly, it just all works out in perfect timing. Yeah, it is a bit of a gamble, but my Uranus in the house of money likes the risk factor, because it's all a learning. It's all a learning. Most of the time it's fun, sometimes it's not so fun. Right, so my soul chose to do it that way. Have you told people how much? They're like, no, because they can just go and check on the thing. It's not classy, but thank you for the reminder. I'm emailing, I think it's because I had a price and they told me to change it, so I've not even put on the thing yet. I'm emailing now. I'll pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. That's like, oh dearie me, that's funny. Honour agreements, yes, Charlotte, absolutely. You know what I mean? It's about asking for help. That's really what it is. You know, if you don't ask for help, the help won't come. Did somebody just knock on my door? Well, I can't be doing that. I'm fucking channeling a video and I'm also in my fucking sports brand pants. It was a very gentle knock, so we'll just ignore it right now. I've got money from one of the free challenges, so I can invest in the first block of sessions. Oh, fuck me, who the hell's that? Shit, right, hang on, guys.